Welcome, this is the Obvious Joe, and I'm coming at you to play this new early access game called Going Medieval. It was released June 1st, I believe, and they have a pretty significant roadmap here. So we'll see how the updates go. But today we're going to be starting a new game. We'll be starting on Standard. We're just going to give it a shot and see how it goes. I have played a little bit of the game, so I do know a little bit of what's going on. If you're familiar with Rimworld, then you'll be a little familiar with this. So we're going to go with a new life. There's 3 different scenarios currently. You can create your own as well. But for us, we're just going to do a new life. So here we go. We can do a random seed. And we're going to look for... maybe we'll just go for a valley. It says here, plentiful vegetation, fertile soil and clay, moderate amount of limestone. This is for a valley. I think it'll be easier. I've played on hillside and mountain, and sometimes you don't get so lucky with the maps. So for today, we're just going to go with a valley. We're going to do a name. Let's see, what kind of a name do we want? Let's do... the settlement of... Pipewell, Bradgate, Horwich, Eaglesham. Let's... come on. Give me a good one. Give me one. Alright, we're in the valley. Redmile. Let's go with Redmile. Valley type, default map size. There's gonna probably be added map sizes because this is the default. Why would they have an option otherwise? So here we go. I made this flag, the heraldry flag, before. And let's pick our people now. So they don't really have animal handling right now. It only affects hunting. And they also have perks and stuff like that, just like Rimworld if you've played Rimworld. They have backstories here. If you hover over the background, it tells all about the person. And sometimes they have a pseudonym, which is like a nickname. So this guy, he's not bad. He's decent at construction, smithing, speechcraft, tailoring. Rodric is good at medicine, construction, smithing. He's got some decent perks here. Cameron. And we've got all men. So far, they haven't added any kind of relationships. We're just going to randomize it a little bit. We don't want to find a perfect person, but we want to find somebody who's decent in marksman, at least, for hunting purposes and defending ourselves. Otherwise, and somebody with good cooking. So she's decent with cooking and intellectual, but that's kind of a... they kind of like clash with each other because if she's going to be cooking all the time, she's not going to be able to be researching. So we'll throw up another one here. Here, this guy's pretty good. Sendrid. Willoughby. Let's do another name for him. Godwyn Willoughby. Let's do that. So he's great at marks. Well, he's not great at it, but he's got a double... he's very passionate about it. So same thing with construction, which is going to be extremely useful. He's decent at botany as well, and mining. So this guy's a keeper for sure. The only problem is he's gluttonous, and he's a little hot-blooded. He's a night owl, though, so we can have him running at night. He won't give anybody any problems, you know, and nobody will judge him for eating all the food at night either. So here we got Rodric here. He's really good at intellectual. He's good at botany. Speechcraft, I'm not sure that that's really in the game currently, so it is what it is. But he's got double stars, very passionate in smithing, medicine, and construction. Single star. So you know what, we'll keep Rodric here. So we got Rodric doing intellectual. So really we just need somebody. We don't really need anything currently, but we're gonna randomize. We got another double with William Ingleston. But he is a dullard, which, gives a negative 15 bonus to all XP gain. That's kind of trash. So we're going to re-roll that one. Dale. Let's see. Taylor, what's this perk? Aesthetic. Has master discipline and self-denial. He shuns comfort, preferring the... well, so far there's no comforts at all. This guy's a cannibal. So we're not going to do that. He's the kitten of kits. Cute, soft, endearing. Gregor is certainly adorable. And people flock to to pet him. Oh, that's a typo. Either way, so he's soft, endearing, and cute, and he's a cannibal. That's disturbing. So we got Purinil here. We just need one more person. Somebody who's not like perfect but decent. He's decent at mining. Yeah, cooking. So she's got a double in construction, culinary. I mean, perfect. I mean, she's got this elf shot, which is excruciating back pain. What is your name, too? Theflif? Let's do another name. Tiffania. Marriott. Rosa Churchill. Let's do Godwyn, Rodric, and Rosa. She's listless. Okay, so here we go. These are the people. She's a practicing restitutionist. He's a devout restitutionist. And Godwyn is a practicing Oak Brethren. He's 40. He's 49 and 39. So we got some. They're up in their years a tiny bit, but I don't think that'll be a problem much. So here we go. Let's start. This is just an overview, a summary of what's going on. We're not going to show tutorial tips because I pretty much know what I'm doing here. I guess for the sake of the video, I'll just add those and we can go over them as we play. So here we go. A new life. The plague had ravaged the British Isles, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Untold millions went to an early grave, and those left standing were plunged into poverty, brutally scarred by the horrors that they had witnessed. Nothing would ever be the same again. In springtime of the year 1353, Godwyn, Rodric, and Rosa set off in the wilderness to claim a piece of land as their own, as was their right, in the eyes of God and under the law. Here, they may lay down the foundations for some kind of future. Perhaps hope will follow. Rodric is confident, defiant even. We will make this work. We will take our share of land, we will build there, and we will defend it. Many have tried, some have fallen, beset by bandits, defeated by drought. Yet many have also prevailed. Have faith. The place we found will stand centuries from now. Our descendants will be there still. After many travails, they arrived in a valley with golden plains, cut through by a snaking river. For Rosa, it conjured visions of bountiful harvests, song and wine, a place to put down roots, a homeland. They decided to title it Redmile. Excellent. So it says a snaking river. So we'll see about we'll see about the snaking river. I haven't seen any water, so that will be interesting. So here we are. Welcome to Going Medieval. So here we go, just a quick overview. It gives you the camera controls. It gives you the difference of the different Z levels, the level changes, the game speed, and all that fun jazz. But if you're familiar with these types of games, you understand that already. Except for the Z levels. So in the top left-hand corner, you can see it says 16 out of 16. And you can go down all the way underground. And above ground as well. So there's tree levels. These are all the layers. So the map looks pretty good. No snaking river. Huh. That's a shocker. But we will continue here. Looks like we got a big old hole in the ground here, which will be a natural defensive barrier. Yeah, we can work with this. So there's lots of trees around for our initial construction purposes. Currently, everything comes forbidden, so you can't move it, touch it, nothing like that, unless you tell them to. So we're just gonna unforbid. Oh, we're gonna unforbid all of this, and let's go over our people. We got Godwyn. He's a double marksman. Cool, but he's only level 5. She's level 7. He's level 2. So no one's gonna be able to wield the sturdy longbow currently. It requires 10. So that's kind of a bummer. We'll give Godwyn the short bow. Rodric, is he a meleeer at all? No, not at all. And so I guess I should have thought about this, but Rosa here will be able to equip the melee items because she's got decent melee. So, bam. Alright. So we're going to want to get this stuff inside of a building immediately, or as soon as possible, really. So we're going to... Whoa. First we're going to cut down these trees, and all of these trees. Yup. Even these trees, really. We're just going to be cutting trees all day. That's their job for the rest of the day. Just cut trees. We're going to speed that up, and while they're doing that, I'm going to lay out some buildings. Alright. Let's see. We're going to do something like a main hall for them. Oh, you know what? We haven't done their jobs. So this is an important thing. If you've played Rimworld and stuff like that, you have an understanding of different types of jobs that we're going to be setting. So how I like to do is put everybody to tend, even if they have trash medicine, which these guys are decent. But Rodric here has a double passion in it. So Convalesce is healing themselves, and that's important to get done first. Godwyn has the bow. He's going to be doing our hunting. These guys don't have any bow. We don't have another bow right now other than the sturdy longbow, which can't be wielded. So we're going to put... Everybody's going to go... Everybody's really good at construction, which is great. We don't have any... Currently, no planting. No mining. But we'll set him to 2. Right now, it doesn't matter. Right now, this doesn't matter because we don't have agriculture researched. There's research in the game too, but we have to put down a research bench in order to have access to it. You create these books here. This is Chronicle Pile. So that's how they do it. They write books. You don't consume the books, but you have the books there, readily available for anybody. So here we go with cooking. We got Rosa here with amazing cooking, so she's going to obviously be our cook. We'll set everybody else to 4. I'm just setting things to 4 for later. I'll mess with it. There's no smithing currently. We don't have... Who's our best smith? Well, he's got a double passion in it, so... We'll set him to 2, and we'll keep them at 4. Let's see. Carpentry. Godwyn's got the best currently, so we'll just do that. We don't have anything to for carpentry currently, so... for future purposes, these guys have passion, so we'll set it to that. Who's gonna do? Rodric has the great researching, so That's good because he doesn't have anything else really he's great at, so it'll come in handy that he's got this skill. These guys will not even do research. And what I like to do is just set this stuff to 1. So after they're done constructing, and after Rose is done cooking, they'll get to stewarding, which is locking doors, turning off braziers. I'm not sure, resetting traps and all the other things that they have in the game for stewarding. Hauling is important. I've noticed that if you have one person hauling, basically that's all they do. They don't have time to do anything else. And so time is of essence here. So we're going to have everybody doing hauling. That way it's a joint effort. You know, everybody does their part. We're going to play this, let them... I've already done this. I just explained that, how you forbid, none forbid. So we're just going to skip over that. And we're going to build our longhouse. This is basically our longhouse. We're going to go with a wicker roof because we're going to have tons and tons of sticks. I think a 12, let's see. That's 9, that's 10. Whoops. So that's 12 right there. I'm going to copy. I think that's where it was. So do that. Let's see if it works. 12 by 10. Perfect. Okay. So this is basically going to be our longhouse. I just want to test this to see if that sets in the middle. It does. Perfect. And we're going to do something fancy so it looks kind of medieval-ish. Something like that. Sure. So, bam, bam. And bam, bam. We're going to have double entrances so that, you know, I'm not sure how big the settlement will be. So people over here can enter that way, and people over here can enter that way, or wherever they are. That way there's better accessibility here. We're going to do a double doorways. So bam, bam. That'll be great. Bam, bam. That will be great. And we're going to throw down a floor. So the way that things break down in this game is if you have... So like things like wood, stone, well not stone, but they have limestone, they have iron, coal, they've got cobalt. Oh, they don't have cobalt, they have granite, I'm sorry. Stuff like that, if it's at least roofed and it has a wooden floor down, it won't decay. It'll decay, just at an extreme low rate. So that's the goal. We want slow decaying rates. I mean, typically you want no decay rates, but I'm not sure that they've... Early access game, so we just gotta roll with the punches here. And yeah, bam, there we go. There's a longhouse, or a fat house, I'm not sure, however you want to say it. But that's what we're gonna go with. And let's see. They need to sleep somewhere. You know, that's pretty important. We're gonna stick them... Look at that, there's 2 layers for that right there. I'm sure we'll have a new person come in soon, so we're going to put 4 beds down just for giggles. And yeah, we'll work on this. This is the Z level. So you can see you can lower, see inside the roof. You can also press C. It'll hide the roof. It'll show just the edges of the roof. And I'm just getting this information from the top left here. You see all the different selections that are here. That's C, like I said. Quick, it's a hotkey. You can hide the treetops as well, if you so choose. I do not. You also have the rooms, so they're color coded here. So if you meet the criteria here, you will set that. The game will pick up and automatically set these rooms as those. So eventually, this will be the Great Hall, which is right here, and we have to meet everything in the green and you can't have anything that is under the red lettering. So that's what we'll do. The next selection here is a colored grid for your stockpiles. That will turn off that there's items. If you see these items, and if you hit this button, the circles go away. On the weapons, next one is the resource panel to the right. Once this stuff ends up in a stockpile, on the right hand side here it'll show what you have. We're going to have it in a drop down. And this one will reset the camera. So yeah, here we go. We're going to speed this guy up. I'm going to turn on the treetops, and everybody will start building immediately. Excellent. Excellent. So this is going to be our Great Hall, and we're going to need some place to put our items. So we're going to build some sort of a stockpile or storehouse. That's what we're going to call it, a storehouse. We're going to leave 4 tutorial construction. This is how you construct. You draw lines on the ground and they will move to do it. There you go. Nowhere to store resources, and we don't have enough beds, but you know, we've handled that, and we're talking about storing resources currently. So I'm going to leave about 4 spaces in between for either paths, or you can dig in this game. Like I said, you can go underground, so if we have to put something underground here, that would be nice. There used to be symbols here with their level up, but now there's not. There must have been an update. Whatever the case is, we will keep on going. So, should I build this here? Should we let them construct that? Let's let them construct that. Also, we're going to need some fun. So, they require fun. You know, obviously, everybody requires to have a little fun. So, they have currently in the game for entertainment, backgammon table, and praying at shrines will give them entertainment bonuses. So we're gonna stick this over here. Food reserves are low. Yes, we are going to work on that. I was just going to, let's see. So here in the production menu, you got the butchering table, campfire, and research bench. We're gonna stick a campfire somewhere just to get our initial. Let's put it over here by the door. And I want to build someplace over here for all the different tables and things. So we'll bring the storehouse over here, workbenches over here. We have a decent amount of food currently. For now, we'll build a stockpile inside, so that things will start. At least not decay so much. Eventually, we're going to want to build underground to store our food, and that's what we'll probably get. Maybe we'll build the storehouse and then build the root cellar. And I'm not sure how far I want to go down, but maybe just... So basically, in the wintertime, it remains a little average temperature, warmer in the basements. And then the opposite is true for the summer and for the spring and autumn. It stays quite chilly, I guess you could say. Let's speed this up, get these guys a house that's currently 15 hour. So that's their way of telling time. It's a 24-hour clock. So 15 is, oh, now it's 16. So it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. That's what PM stands for. Oh, we're out of wood, it looks like. That's what this, when it turns red, it means bottom left, I'm sorry, bottom right. It says not enough allowed resources. So there's some wood here. That's not going to cut it, so they're going to have to cut down some more trees. So they're probably going to build everything else, and then they're going to go cut wood. Let's check their schedules. I understand about schedules. Thank you very much. We are gonna do nothing. We're gonna leave their sleeping schedule and their work schedule and everything. Just allow them to live their lives throughout the day. So in this game, they also require... Oh, here we go. They're moving everything inside for the stockpile. They require alcohol consumption. So if you look at Rodric here, you can see his mood, health, and here they have different levels to everything. How much pain he's currently in, how much blood he has, because, you know, there's blood loss in this. Consciousness, stomach, and hit points. These are the different mood attributes, and there's levels, basically. There's different stages of a mood progression. Currently, Rodric, he is, if you see over here, he's got a neutral mood. So we're going to try to get that up as quick as possible. And here's his stats. So here, if you see, there's alcohol requirement. He requires it, which is funny. But either way, water wasn't the greatest back then, and there is a plague ravaging the land, so water can be pretty dangerous. A lot of the times they just drank wine or ale that was extremely watered down, which had been boiled, fermented, so no bacteria. And I'm hoping they can get these ceilings done, but it's not looking like that. They're trying to get rid of all the grass currently. Let's get rid of that roof by pressing C. That's the hotkey. Looks like they got the beds done, at least 3 of them. And the end of the day is wrapping up here. They go to bed at 2300, so that's 2 more hours. We can speed this up just to get it done quickly. It's 2200 hours, and Rodric is gonna get the backgammon table taken care of. Tomorrow we're gonna have a busy day. I think we're gonna work on building the storehouse and the workshop, and then we're gonna think about defenses. So I want to build some type of fortification, maybe a tower, so that Godwyn can shoot down. You get a bonus. Here it is, sleep time now. So you get a bonus from shooting above your enemies. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. We got to lay a large clay here. Clay deposit. Really, I've noticed that limestone seems to be a really good thing. And it looks like we only have clay. So maybe we'll be building a clay wall. That'll be a later game. We could do clay bricks instead of... Yeah, otherwise it'll be probably difficult to get limestone. You have these different piles that are laying on the ground. You can unforbid them so that they can collect them. Currently, oh, here's some limestone. Maybe underneath it'll be a really big deposit. And yeah, let's fast forward, get these guys sleeping. Originally, they'll get a bad buff, a mood buff for sleeping on the floor. If we check Rosa's mood here, it's 5 a.m. almost, so that's when they wake up. If you remember, if you check her mood buff, she slept in an uncomfortable bed, -1. She's very thirsty. A pint would really hit the spot. That's what she thinks. So they're probably all going to go here, grab a pint. They might be grabbing some cabbage or whatever else. She slept outside because, as you see, we don't have the roof done. And, excuse me, and she's deprived of religious activities. So they're all going to have the same exact buffs currently. He's not very thirsty, so... But Godwyn here is. So we're going to let them go about their business, eat, and here's the campfire. I understand how to cook. Thank you very much, tutorial. I am going to have a meal. We're going to set that to until you have And we're just going to increase it to 20. If you hold control, you can increase by 10. If you hold shift, you can increase by 100. And it explains that right there. I'm going to subtract by 100 because we don't even... That's kind of a crazy thing to have because it's all going to spoil too. So eventually, if you go and click on the cabbage, you can see the hit points, you can see the freshness of it, and the nutritional value. If you see here, you can see that it is decomposing because of temperature. So top right corner of the screen, you'll see next to the time, you'll see that it's outside is currently 50 degrees. If you hover inside, well, it's not inside yet because they're working on the roof, but once it becomes inside right now, bam, see how it lit up that spare room? It's inside, it's 54, outside it's 50. Inside it's 64. Okay, so it's getting a little warmer inside now that the walls are up and the roofs are up. The roof is up, and it's a little warmer inside because of the insulation. If you see here, everything has an insulation value. Wood is decent. Obviously, it's a starter material. But I've noticed that the wicker roof has one of the best thermal insulators. If we go to the other roofs here, we have a wooden roof has 7. Wicker has 8.2. Oh, a thatch roof has 8.2 as well. Okay. Even a limestone roof, slate roof, has a less of a... And then you have the half roofs. Has a less of a insulation value, So, wicker for the win. I've noticed too, they leave the doors open. I'm not sure if it's a bug. I've reported it. Even if you lock it, you have an option to... Oh, I clicked him, not the door. You have an option to lock and keep open and have a default. Even if you lock it, it just currently doesn't work. So here we go on the right hand side where I said the stockpiles. Well, the locking does work, I'm sorry, but it doesn't close the door all the time. That's what I meant to say. And then back to the drop down menus. This is the button on the top left I was talking about. This is how it normally is. It'll lay out all your different materials, and then you have this long list all the way down to the bottom. But I like to have the drop down so I can see what I want to see. So currently we have 12 stews, 6 packaged meals. I said I was on a build today, and they're cutting wood, which is great, but I'm wasting time. So this is all the materials, and obviously you can imagine what the rest of them are. So here we go. We have our longhouse built. Excellent. We are going to move on to our storehouse, and we're going to do 4 spaces. We're going to try to match it, so once the village is built, it looks somewhat symmetrical. You know, if you like that, if you appreciate that, let me know what you think in the comments below. Either way, we're going to have a storehouse here, and I think I want to have a single door. Both side entry. So we're going to go with a 7 space apart, and we're going to go with the same type of architecture. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, I said we're going to do that, and then I didn't do that. Okay, we're just going to be missing all types of things here. Copy, paste, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll leave this hole for an entranceway. Like I said, it's a storehouse too, so you don't even have to put the doors on for the stuff to stay right in here. But it will decay due to temperature. But later on, this will probably just... This isn't going to hold food for very long. But either way, we'll throw some doors on it. We'll grab a wicker roof because sticks, I've noticed, pile up like crazy. So wicker roofs uses sticks. And I think this is going to look nice. So, bam, look at that. Our village is starting. Let's turn the trees back on. Yep. Here we go. We just got a building in the middle of nowhere. But have no fear, Redmile will become a bustling town yet. So let's unpause and let these guys get to work. Speed it up. Drop it down a little bit. Turn off the roof. And we'll add the flooring. Oh, here we go. The symbols of the levels up. Leveling up, rather. The symbols are back. We are going to floor that all off. So yeah, they are boogieing. We do have some meals, right? Yep, we have 17 meals currently, so that's pretty good. We don't have a research table because we aren't working on that, but we're going to work on it as well. So while they're doing that, I'm going to be building this other one. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 gap. Drop that down to there. And most of the tables are 3 wide. So like, let's, for example, check out butchering table. You see 3. So if we have one here, and there's many of them, so we can have them lined up. So one can go there, one can go there, one can go there, and one. Let's add one more. I know that it doesn't match on this side, but it will be just fine. I think we can survive. And let's just, no need for fancy architecture. We can still add it though. But we're gonna wall that there. Wall that there. Still gonna have some pretty good architecture. If we do this, I think that's a little unnecessary. Waste of resources in the mid-game, or mid-game. In the beginning game here. We can do that though. That'll add a little nice touch.
Mic off. Mic on.
Excuse me. I had to cough. Okay, add the doors. Unpause. Put the roof. Put the roof. Bam, bam, bam. Did I skip this one? I did. Alright, so that's going to be the workshop. Got the storehouse, long, great hall, that's what they call it. And then we got the workshop. This isn't going to be called a workshop. I don't think that they currently have a workshop. Workshop. I lied. Okay, so it has to include armor's table and stuff. Okay. So they're leveling up like crazy as they work. We're gonna add the butchering table, which later on the butchering table will go into the kitchen. So it won't be added here, which will be good news. So butchering table, and same thing with the research bench. We're gonna add boom. Research bench is gonna be thrown into the library once we have everything set and done. There will be a library. Oop, I'm pretty sure that just was thrown on the roof. It was right there. Boom. Get rid of that. Let's add the flooring. Oh, wrong way. You can hold control and use your mouse wheel as well. I just find that if you want to go between the different Z levels, you can hit Z and X. And I just find that to be more betterer. English is good. Let's turn the treetops back on and speed this up. And let's get them finished here. It's 1700, so it's getting kind of late. Hopefully they focus on this building. Looks like they got the walls done, working on the roof. They're gonna stop for a drink. Oh, they're having a nice meal. And see, they're happy and increase their moods. Cutting the trees down. Oh no. Rodric is going to be working on this building. See how his name is green? That means he's joyful. That means they're at the peak of their mood, or they're within this percentile of mood, which I believe is like 85% and up. Yeah. So I'm not sure why he's going over there to start that when we have such work to do over here. But either way, they're almost done here. It is almost time for them to sleep. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're moving. Are we going to finish this? Looks like we are not. So as soon as we can get the research table, I can show you the research branch. The research tab, rather. And all the research branches. One more. And we've got... Oh, no, Rodric. We're going to finish up. We're going to finish the construction process. You're not going to... He was going to go to sleep. Nope. There we go. We did finish the storehouse as we said we would. I mean, we have trees sticking through the roof, which is kind of insane. I'm not sure why they were able to build the roof with the trees there, but they were able to do that. So we're going to go into our third day now. Third day of spring. There's 12 days in each season. Let's see, we got some animals running around here. We do need to think about storing our food, so we're probably going to do that next because this is going to decay. 6 days, it says. Pile rots in 4 days. Okay. So it decomposes completely in 6 days. It rots in 4 days because of temperature. So as long as it's on a wood floor, it won't decay that way. Guys, can we get someone to cut down the tree? Trees? Can we put the treetops? Tree. Cut. Rosa, can we cut the other one? Yeah. We're going to cut down the trees. Godwyn can clear the shrubs. Now you can't queue up orders, which I think is something they'll probably add in the game, because like in Rimworld, you'd hold shift and be able to queue up a certain amount of orders for them. So, I mean, at least I don't think so. In the top right here, you have historic records, almanac. You can report a bug here. You have screenshot mode, and you have the options. We're going to click on the almanac and try to find orders. Orders. Issue an order. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so there's no way currently to queue orders, which is okay. Alright, so storehouse is done. We are going to throw down, whoop, wrong button. A zone here. Bam. We're going to extend it to the door. Why not? I haven't noticed it slowing down their walking at all, so we'll do that. On here, we are going to allow everything currently because we don't have anywhere else to put it. The only thing is, I don't want to keep waste inside, so where do we want to put waste? We'll put waste over here for now. So clear all and select waste. Alright, did we do the research table? We did. So here's the research. Yes, here's a lovely tutorial for research. And here is the tab for research. I know the video is kind of running a little long. But this is the first one. We're just getting up and moving, so it should be a little longer. You start out with 25 books, so we're going to go for architecture, which gives us the wooden beam, which will help support things, maybe underground, if we build our root cellar. So, bam. That costs 15 chronicles, and we used Out of our 25, we use 15. So now somebody will have to research in order to move on. So agriculture, that's probably our next best bet, seeing as how it's spring and we want to get some plants down because we are running low a little bit on food. And these are all the types of plants that we will unlock. So that requires 15 chronicles. We have 10. So we're going to go here and set a job for, yeah, until you have about 20. We're going to increase that to 25. I think that's a better number. So here's a tutorial for mood, explaining everything I already explained before about the different moods. Looks like everybody's in a decent mood. She's got the initial optimism because, you know, it's awesome. It's new place we're starting here. Uh, she ate a nice meal. She's really satisfied with her job, which is great. She's getting a 2 times for that. She doesn't need a drink right now because she had a drink. And she had a drink. She drank good ale. But she's deprived of religious activity. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Now the beams will automatically stretch. So we don't need a beam here. They have a stability system in the game. So if you hover over something, in the bottom left, you can see the stability value, which 4 is the max. And it gets to 3, 2, and of course 1. And you can have the ground will cave in if you were mining underground, and the roofs will cave in if you get below those numbers. So we will think about creating shrines. So maybe we should do a little church. Something similar to it a little. I mean, I don't know. It's not going to be massive. Let's do something like, here, how many tiles? I'm just trying to plan for the future too. How many tiles between? How big do we want our pathways? So, how about that? Something like that. I know I'm hearing people say, that's too small. But if we do that for the restitutionists, and we do this for the Oak Brethren, they will be right next to each other, but it will be a peaceful environment. Very peaceful. I have no doors. They will have to climb over the walls. No. We'll do double doors here and double doors there. You don't have to destroy the wall when you're in build mode. I mean, even now, if I wanted to add a door here, it turns yellow, indicating that first what needs to happen is the destruction. But yeah, it queues behind the wall. So if you double click on it, get to the wooden door and you can hit cancel or L for the hotkey. So this is going to be our chapel. We'll throw the roof on. Little chapel for our happinesses. Yeah, doesn't look bad. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so they're going to need light, of course. That's in the furniture. Wooden torch. So we'll throw one there and there. Currently light doesn't matter in the game, but I'm sure there will be a time when it does. So we'll throw some torches around the place. We don't want torches in our storehouse here because, you know, temperature degrades things. So we are going to delete this stock. Oh, I keep saying stock. It's a zone. Stockpile. That's why I keep saying stock. So these things will be put in here. Things like ash and vegetable rot and bones will be put over here. Speaking of bones, they are in the animal area, which they're useless currently. We are going to reject bones from here. So there we go. They're moving stuff already, which is great. Really great. This building hasn't been. So he's currently working on research. He's writing chronicles. Yes, he is. With no roof. So it's probably being affected by that. Yep. So wow, his production speed is only 20% because it's outside in the rain. We should probably get him to stop doing that until there's a roof, you know? It seems like the most prudent thing to do. So he'll go back to constructing until a roof is put on, and then I will change it. So we got these berry bushes here, which is great for food. It's also great for making wine. And throughout the year, when the season, when it's in season, these bushes will stay here, and they'll continue to grow. And if you click on them, you'll see they're ripe, so they're ready to be picked. If you click on these ones, it says they're flowering. These ones say they're budding. So it tells all of the things you need to see on the menu to the right here. Here we go. We just want to finish these buildings, and then we will wrap up the episode. So tell me in the comment section if you prefer to have a shorter video or a longer video. I guess a shorter video would be about 20 to 25 minutes, and longer would be about an hour. Yeah, tell me your opinions, and we will try to meet everyone's desires, which in this day and age can be a little bit difficult, but we will do our best. So we haven't been attacked yet, which is great. Day 3. Oh, days from start. 2. Okay, it's day 2. I'm pretty sure it's day 3. I guess it's day 3. Night 2? Night 3? This is the night 3. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just... The game knows. I'll just defer to the game. They are taking their sweet time with building, and it's about to be bedtime. There we go. He went back to that, so we want... Oh, cut plants. I see. Cut plants should have been lower for trees. So we got that fixed. They will cut trees first. So how it works is from left to right. So a 1 is high priority, highest. So since they don't have tending, convalescence, or hunting, and at this point not even constructing because they need materials first. Well, they'll construct the things they have materials for first, and then they'll go cut wood, which is the next lowest number, other than mining for Godwyn here, but there's no mining queued up. So there we go. 2 of them are cutting wood. Bam. He's going to go for a nice drink midday. All of them will. Well, it's not even midday yet. It's still the morning. Bam. We get the torches up. And we'll also queue a table so that they can eat at a table. Which that's why I put this in the middle here. So if we build houses, when we build houses, we'll build the root cellar below the Great Hall so that they can go downstairs, grab a meal, come back up, and sit at the table. That's how we're going to do it. And eventually when we get a second floor, we can put the kitchen above the Great Hall. Food stores are getting low. We do have 5 more meals left, so we are going to think about meals here. I just want these guys to finish the buildings. Maybe we should queue up some hunting. That will probably be best. Here, we'll hunt these 2 deers and the hare that are running about. There's 3 more hare here. There's lots more hares here, actually. But, you know, that'll take time. And our hunters currently... He's our best constructor. Actually, no, he's not. But it's gonna take one hand off of cutting wood and building, so have to keep that in mind too. We only have a couple of people. I say a couple, but we clearly have more than a couple. We have, what would be the correct word for that? A few. Alright, we're gonna get the butchering table here done too, so once he starts hunting, we'll be able to butcher. Halfway through the first, or halfway through the next day here, and we'll queue up butchering. Butchering will be forever. So whenever there's a carcass, it will be butchered. Building roofs before the walls are done. Very nice. Oh, but those walls are done. I see. Still cutting wood. See, this is why I queued up all the different trees to be cut, because there is a high demand. And we're finishing up the next day. So, with that, I will bid my farewell. We're going to end the episode here, and I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.